Hello everyone. Camilla, the Queen Consort, has faced her share of controversies. From being seen as the other woman in King Charles' life to standing by him now, her journey in the royal spotlight has been tough. Many people have questioned her motives and even whispered about her intentions. Lately, some reports have come out suggesting that Camilla might be aiming for more power, claiming she has a secret plan to increase her influence in the monarchy. This has stirred up quite a reaction, especially from Princess Anne, who is known for defending royal traditions. The rising tension between Camilla and Anne shows the deep divisions within the royal family, highlighting a struggle between duty and ambition, as well as loyalty and self-interest with the future of the monarchy at stake. Let's take a closer look at the new developments in Camilla's controversial actions. Princess Anne's response to the unfolding situation could be pivotal in determining the stability and public perception of the British royal family, with Camilla's recent actions suggesting a strategic effort to strengthen her position and influence. Anne stands as a strong defender of traditional royal values. Her unwavering commitment to the monarchy's core principles contrasts sharply with the ambition that Camilla appears to exhibit. As Queen Consort, Camilla has reached a level of prominence that would have seemed unlikely years ago. However, her apparent desire for an even larger role is raising eyebrows among royal insiders. Reports indicate that she is strategically aligning herself as an essential partner to King Charles, using her close relationship with him to assert her authority. Critics behind the scenes believe that her ambition goes beyond simply supporting her husband. It seems to involve a calculated effort to shift the power dynamics within the royal family, potentially elevating herself at the expense of others. This alleged behavior is not new for Camilla. It reflects a pattern in her public life where she often seems to manipulate situations to her advantage while maintaining the facade of a supportive spouse. Rumors suggest that her supposed plan may involve marginalizing key family members or subtly swaying Charles's decisions to boost her own status. While some may interpret these actions as clever political strategy, others view them as a troubling overreach that could jeopardize the royal institution's integrity. The ongoing power struggle could lead to a fractured royal family, with serious implications for its public image. If tensions continue to escalate, it may create a divide that affects not only internal relationships but also how the monarchy is perceived by the public, ultimately testing its stability during a time when unity is crucial. This situation highlights a long-standing ambition within Camilla that has always simmered beneath the surface, a desire not just to be queen consort, but to have real power within the monarchy. Princess Anne, known for being one of the hardest working and most principled members of the royal family, is not one to back down from a challenge. Her no-nonsense attitude and unwavering dedication to royal duty make her a formidable figure. Reports indicate that Anne's response to Camilla's alleged power grab has been nothing short of furious. She sees Camilla's actions as a direct threat to the stability and traditions of the monarchy, and she is resolute in her determination to counter what she perceives as a dangerous intrusion into royal norms. Anne's anger is not simply a personal issue, it stems from a profound concern for the future of the royal family. For Anne, who has dedicated her life to upholding values like duty, service, and integrity, Camilla's alleged maneuvering feels like a betrayal of the monarchy's core principles. This conflict between the two women reflects not only personal ambitions but also a deeper struggle over the future direction and integrity of the royal family as they navigate a rapidly changing world. Anne's response is fueled by a desire to protect the royal family's legacy and ensure that personal ambition does not weaken the institution's collective strength. Her readiness to confront Camilla directly showcases her straightforward nature and her strong belief in preserving the monarchy's traditions. Anne views Camilla's actions as not just a challenge to her own position, but as a broader threat to the unity and coherence of the royal family. This fierce defense of royal duty starkly contrasts with Camilla's perceived self-interest, highlighting a significant divide between the two women's approaches to their roles within the monarchy. The escalating conflict between Camilla and Anne carries important implications for the internal dynamics of the royal family. While the public often perceives the monarchy as a united front, the reality is much more intricate. Behind the palace walls, personal rivalries, competing interests, and differing visions for the monarchy's future create ongoing tension. Camilla's alleged power play has brought these underlying conflicts to the forefront, revealing the fragile balance of power within the royal family. Anne's resistance to Camilla's growing influence reflects a broader struggle within the monarchy, pitting those who value tradition against those who seek to redefine their roles to serve their own interests. This clash of values is not a new phenomenon. It has manifested in various ways throughout the history of the British royal family. However, as this situation unfolds, it emphasizes the ongoing complexities and challenges that the monarchy faces in navigating its future. The stakes are particularly high now as the monarchy faces an era of unprecedented scrutiny and change. Camilla's actions could disrupt the delicate balance that keeps the royal family intact. Her pursuit of a more significant role risks alienating other senior royals who may feel that their contributions are being overshadowed or undermined. The tensions between Camilla and Anne symbolize this larger struggle, contrasting loyalty to the monarchy's traditions with the ambitions of individuals who want to reshape the institution to fit their own visions. Camilla's quest for influence within the royal family extends beyond internal dynamics. It has crucial implications for how the public views her, and by extension, the entire monarchy. For years, Camilla has worked to rehabilitate her image, shifting from being one of the most reviled figures in Britain to a somewhat accepted, though still controversial, queen consort. However, her alleged power play threatens to reverse much of this progress, potentially casting her once again as a figure of manipulation and self-interest. As the royal family navigates these challenges, maintaining public trust and stability will be critical for its future. The public's response to Camilla has been largely negative, with many seeing her alleged ambition as proof that she hasn't changed and remains the calculating figure involved in Charles and Diana's breakup. The idea that Camilla is trying to take control of the monarchy at the expense of other family members strengthens the view that she's driven by a strong desire for power. For a royal family that relies on public support to stay relevant, Camilla's behavior is troubling. The belief that she's putting her ambitions ahead of the monarchy's unity and stability could weaken public trust in the institution. As her past continues to overshadow her present, the royal family now has the hard task of dealing with the consequences while trying to keep a dignified and united image. The ongoing tension between Camilla and Anne brings up serious questions about the monarchy's future. King Charles, who is already facing difficulties in shaping his reign, must now handle internal conflict that threatens his goal of presenting a unified royal family. The clash between Camilla's ambition and Anne's sense of duty reflects deeper issues within the royal family, issues that could affect its future stability and public reputation. If Camilla keeps pushing for more influence, this could have lasting impacts on the monarchy's standing. If Camilla takes on a larger role, it could create deeper divisions within the royal family, pushing away important members who feel overlooked by her actions. While Anne's resistance comes from a genuine desire to protect the monarchy, it also risks widening the gap between those who value tradition and those aiming to reshape the institution to suit their own goals. This power struggle could weaken the royal family's ability to stay united, making it more open to public criticism and internal conflict. The future of the monarchy rests on how well it can handle these internal tensions and strike a balance between tradition and modern progress. If Camilla's alleged ambitions go unchecked, it could upset this balance, leading to a fractured family at a time when unity is crucial. For a monarchy that prides itself on continuity and stability, the possibility of a power struggle at its highest levels is concerning and could have long-lasting consequences for the institution's future. Looking at the latest accusations against Camilla, it's clear her rise from mistress to queen consort has been driven by a determined quest for power and influence. Though Camilla often presents herself as a loyal partner to King Charles, her actions suggest something far more complicated and self-serving. The idea that she is scheming to take control of the monarchy isn't just about personal ambition, it's a direct challenge to the values and traditions that have shaped the British royal family for generations. Camilla's behavior points to a concerning tendency to put her own interests above the unity and stability of the royal family. Her apparent disregard for how her actions affect others in the family highlights a pattern of manipulation and self-interest that has followed her throughout much of her public life. To Camilla, the title of queen consort seems to be more than just a role, it's a position of power from which she can exert influence and reshape the monarchy to fit her vision. What's especially troubling are the reports suggesting Camilla has been using subtle yet calculated strategies to strengthen her position. These allegations point to a more underhanded approach, one where she's not only influencing others quietly but actively working behind the scenes to establish herself as an essential figure in the royal decision-making process, far beyond the supportive role of a consort. This appears to be about far more than just loyalty. Camilla's approach seems to be about changing the rules to secure her rise, often at the expense of those who get in her way. Sources suggest she has been using her influence to subtly guide King Charles' decisions, steering them in a direction that aligns with her long-term ambitions. This influence reportedly touches on key areas like royal engagements, public appearances, and even how responsibilities are divided among senior royals. Her quiet but consistent influence shows a sharp, calculating mind, always working to shift the balance in her favor. Camilla's tactics allegedly include sowing doubt and creating discord among other royals, quietly undermining those she sees as threats. By positioning herself as Charles' most trusted confidant, she has the ability to shape how he views the family, often presenting herself as the only one fully loyal to his vision. This level of manipulation isn't just tactical. Camilla's tactics are deeply personal, designed to isolate Charles from other influences and ensure her voice remains the most dominant. One of the most compelling aspects of this unfolding drama is the fierce power struggle between Princess Anne and Camilla for influence over King Charles. Anne, a steadfast defender of duty and tradition, has always had a relationship with Charles based on mutual respect and a shared understanding of their roles within the monarchy. Camilla's increasing influence disrupts this balance, sparking a rivalry that is becoming harder to hide from the public. Anne's frustration with Camilla isn't just about personal dislike, it's about defending the core values that have long guided the royal family. She views Camilla's actions as a direct attack on the principles of service and duty that have shaped the monarchy for generations. On the other hand, Camilla's actions appear driven by self-preservation and ambition, often clashing with the traditional values Anne holds dear. This conflict has led to heated confrontations behind the scenes, with Anne reportedly questioning Camilla's decisions and motives. The tension between the two women mirrors a larger struggle within the royal family, one between those committed to upholding tradition and those willing to bend the rules for personal gain. Anne's resistance to Camilla isn't merely a personal grudge, it's a stand for the values she believes should continue to guide the monarchy. The creeping tide of self-interest threatens to undermine the monarchy's integrity, and Camilla's alleged power play is at the center of it all. This isn't happening in isolation, it's sending shockwaves through the royal family, alienating potential allies and creating new enemies. Her efforts to position herself as a key decision-maker have reportedly caused tension with other senior royals, including Prince William and Princess Catherine, who see her influence as destabilizing the family. William, in particular, has been outspoken about his dedication to the values his mother, Princess Diana, stood for, values that sharply contrast with the power moves Camilla seems to be making. But the internal conflict goes beyond Anne and William. Reports suggest that other royals are also growing increasingly wary of Camilla's intentions. Her rise in influence has not only caused resentment but also bred distrust within the palace. Camilla's tendency to create division as a way of consolidating power has made her a polarizing figure, complicating the already fragile dynamics within the royal family. Her presence is adding to the tension, making the task of maintaining unity even more challenging. The risk for Camilla is that her behind-the-scenes scheming could backfire dramatically, leaving her isolated and vulnerable. The more she pushes to expand her role, the greater the risk of alienating those whose support she desperately needs. The royal family's public image is built on the appearance of unity and stability, and Camilla's actions threaten to reveal the cracks beneath the surface. As tensions rise, the question isn't just whether Camilla can hold on to her influence, but whether her ambition will ultimately lead to her downfall. One of Camilla's biggest challenges has always been public perception. Despite years of carefully managed PR, she has never completely escaped the shadow of her past, and her current actions only reinforce the negative image many people have of her. The idea of an evil plan to seize control of the monarchy fits perfectly with the public's worst suspicions that she is manipulative, self-serving, and untrustworthy. The public's reaction to Camilla's alleged power grab has been overwhelmingly negative, with many seeing her actions as yet another instance of her overstepping her bounds. The perception that she is trying to claim a more dominant role within the monarchy, often at the expense of more respected royals, only deepens the divide between her and the public. This growing distrust is becoming a significant problem for Camilla. Camilla's legitimacy as queen consort is still viewed skeptically by many. Her image problem is worsened by her history with the late Princess Diana, whose legacy continues to cast a long shadow. Every step Camilla takes is scrutinized through the lens of her past, and her actions today are often seen as a continuation of the same manipulative behavior that marked her earlier years with Charles. The public's reluctance to fully accept Camilla isn't just a matter of poor PR, it's a fundamental obstacle to her position within the monarchy, and a constant reminder of the controversies that have followed her rise. The bigger question surrounding Camilla's recent actions is simple yet significant: what is her ultimate goal? After spending decades working her way into the royal circle, it seems that simply being queen consort is no longer enough. Her recent move suggests she's striving for a more central, influential role. This drive hints at a deeper, perhaps unquenchable desire for power and recognition, one that goes beyond merely supporting King Charles and into actively shaping the future of the monarchy. Camilla's alleged plan seems to go beyond simply holding onto her position. It's about reshaping the role of queen consort in a way that raises her status and influence. Her ambition appears to be fueled by a desire not just to survive within the royal family, but to thrive, possibly by rewriting the rules to fit her own agenda. However, this pursuit of power carries significant risks, as it puts her in direct conflict with those who are deeply committed to preserving the monarchy's traditions. The real danger for Camilla is that by prioritizing her own ambitions over the royal family's collective good, she could end up weakening the very institution she seeks to control. This could not only alienate her fellow royals, but also the public, whose support is essential for the monarchy's survival. Whatever her ultimate goal, it's a high-stakes gamble, one that could either secure her legacy or lead to her downfall. Camilla's alleged power moves have broader implications for the entire royal family. The internal conflicts her actions have triggered threaten to erode the sense of unity and purpose that the monarchy depends on to maintain its public image. As different factions within the family vie for influence, the risk of a full-blown power struggle becomes more real, with the potential to destabilize the monarchy at a critical moment in its history. In the midst of this, King Charles finds himself in an increasingly difficult position, torn between his loyalty to Camilla and the need to protect the monarchy's integrity. The ongoing tensions between Camilla and other senior royals have placed him in a precarious situation, forcing him to balance competing interests and conflicting loyalties. His ability to manage these internal conflicts will be key to the monarchy's future, but it's uncertain whether he can maintain peace amidst such deep divisions. The royal family's internal struggles go beyond personal drama. They reflect a broader crisis facing the institution. As the monarchy confronts questions about its relevance, public perception, and generational change, a power struggle that reveals its weaknesses is the last thing it needs. Yet this is the exact scenario Camilla's actions seem to be steering the family toward: a royal household at odds with itself, wrestling with its past and an uncertain future. Reflecting on the ongoing drama surrounding Camilla, it's evident that her journey within the royal family has been marked by a relentless pursuit of influence, often at the expense of those around her. Camilla's actions show a desire not just to play her role, but to actively shape the monarchy according to her vision. While her ambition may be understandable to some extent, it crosses a line when it threatens the unity and stability of the royal family. Her alleged power play isn't merely a personal misstep, it poses a direct challenge to the values and traditions that have upheld the monarchy for centuries. Camilla's willingness to manipulate, divide, and undermine those around her reveals a deeper insecurity and a need for validation that drives her to seek more, even when she already holds a privileged position. For Camilla, the title of queen consort seems to be less about duty and more about dominance. Her ongoing saga within the royal family paints a troubling picture of unchecked ambition and the lengths one might go to secure power. Her actions are unsettling, especially for someone granted the extraordinary privilege of being queen consort, a position many thought she would never achieve. Camilla's apparent need to manipulate and control goes beyond what should be expected from someone in her role. Supporting a spouse and fulfilling royal duties is one thing, but actively undermining family dynamics is another entirely. What strikes me most is the sheer recklessness of Camilla's approach. It feels like she's engaged in a high-stakes game, not only with her own reputation, but with the stability of the entire monarchy. If true, her actions aren't just power plays, they're betrayals of the trust that should exist within a family that depends on one another to uphold a centuries-old institution. And for what? A bit more influence and a louder voice in decisions that really go beyond her expertise and role. Princess Anne's strong pushback against Camilla's maneuvers comes across as the voice of reason in a family on the edge of internal chaos. Anne's dedication to duty and her unwavering defense of the monarchy's core values sharply contrast with Camilla's alleged scheming. Her resistance isn't solely about protecting her own status, it's about safeguarding the legacy of a monarchy that has endured for generations. Camilla's behavior highlights a larger issue within the royal family, the tension between personal ambition and the collective good. While it's only natural for individuals to seek some level of recognition and influence, Camilla's actions seem driven by a deeper need for validation in a world that continues to question her role. Her story serves as a reminder that pursuing power for the wrong reasons can undermine even the most revered institutions. From my perspective, Camilla's desire to control and reshape the royal landscape indicates a significant disconnect between her personal ambitions and the responsibilities tied to her role. It's as if she has forgotten that being part of the royal family is about service, not self-service. Now, if she continues down this path, she risks not only her own downfall but also the erosion of public confidence in the monarchy. Ultimately, that is a price far too high to pay for one person's quest for power. That wraps up today's discussion. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this matter, so please comment below to share your opinions with me and everyone else. Thank you all for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye, and see you again soon.